Hey guys, welcome. So I'm just going to jump into the video because I feel like this video is already going to be a hot mess because I want to do so many things within this video. So we're just going to start off by saying, hi, background is different. I've been gone for a couple months. Did not mean to do that. This video is going to be talking about my no-buy experience, my new collection because I basically decluttered everything, and also makeup that I have bought after my no-buy, and chit-chatting, talking, because like I said, it's been a minute. But before we dive into all of that, I want to say I did not mean to be gone for this long. When I announced my no-buy back in December, it was honestly like a breath of fresh air to start creating content with products that I already have, because I got sucked into this whole just new releases. Everything was coming out and I was buying, and I was kind of neglecting my makeup collection and not using the things that I was buying. So I announced that I went on a no-buy so that I can dig deep into my makeup collection and just start creating looks and all of, the fun things. And then my dog died. So yeah, that was a big blow, And after he passed away, I just did not want to do anything. This is my second dog to pass away within 10 months of each other. I know people listen, I'm a nosy Nancy, so I'm going to tell you guys what happened, because I know people are going to be like, what happened to your dogs? They both passed away from cancer, which is absolutely wow. I mean, if you're not going to stab me in the heart once, why don't you do it twice? So it's really a sad situation, but I'm mentally okay. I'm happy. Just during those months, I didn't feel creative. And if I'm not feeling creative, I'm not going to create makeup videos or do anything. But on the sidelines, just healing myself, taking care of who I am, and just me and my man. We just needed to relax. I needed to heal. I'm somebody who, when I'm going through a rough time, I like to just step back and just completely hide away. And sometimes I hide away just because I feel like it. So, if you see me kind of going absent here and there and you're like, is she okay? I am okay. There's just times where I'm like, I don't feel like being online or anything like that. But I'm rambling now. We are okay. We are okay. And if you're, you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm okay. Anyway, now that that is said, jumping into my no-buy experience. I kind of touched on this just briefly, but basically when I announced my no-buy back in December, it was just so that I could go through my makeup collection and use things that I was buying. So I feel like most of us who are makeup lovers or makeup artists, anybody in the beauty industry, we know that with all of these just constant releases, eventually you start to really get sucked in. And at least that's what happened for me. So back in the day, releases would come out maybe once a month from one brand out of all of the brands. New releases were not what they are today. And so over time, just seeing makeup being pushed out the way that it is, I got sucked into it. I became one of those purchasers that you got me. And as much as I am a collector as well as a makeup artist, I think that's why it ended up getting me so much, because I love makeup. I love to collect it. I love to have it. Even if I'm not using it, maybe if it's a novelty thing, or, I just love makeup. And eventually I was just like, okay, my collection is overflowing, and what do I do here? Because I'm not using the makeup because I'm too busy buying it. And then I see it and I swatch it and I post it online, and then I'm like, I'm done. On to the next new thing, because there's a new release every single week. So I told myself, all right, we're going to go on a no-buy, use the products that we have in the collection, in my own personal makeup collection, and just start doing tutorials off of that. Well, then after my dog passed away, I ended up decluttering all of my makeup. When I tell you all of it, I mean 90% of it. So I used to work at Sephora back in the day. I was there for 7 years, and we had this thing called gratis, which is basically what influencers get nowadays when they get a PR package and brands are sending them free makeup. We used to get that. We used to have a little bin in the office, and when a brand would come by with a new product, they'd put it in our bin. And then, after the week or after a month, you'd get everything scribed out to you, and there's your free makeup to try. So I had a lot of makeup over the years just kind of saved up in my collection. But as the years go on, makeup does have an expiration date. I just could not let things go. I love the big collection. I just think it's fun and it's just cool to see everything. But realistically, I wasn't using it. Some I just didn't like anymore. Others were just expired. And I felt like it was just taking up space because it was. If I'm not using it, what's the point? So yeah, I decluttered about 90% of my makeup. I just threw it all away. Majority of it was all my foundations, concealers, lipsticks, lip glosses, any cream product, honestly. When it comes to powders, I know that there's expiration dates on them, but I don't really take those too seriously. I mean, unless you see something growing mold or anything like that, or it has a funky smell, I'm going to throw it away. But majority of my powders really last a long time, so it's not something I really typically have to worry about. Every once in a while, though, a powder, you can tell it's like not as good as it used to be, so I'll also toss that out. But doing so, I redid my entire makeup room and I have a new cabinet. So I'm going to show you guys how I organized and just the makeup that I ended up keeping. I know a lot of people were wondering if I was going to do a declutter video, but decluttering to me is kind of personal because I'm really like taking in the product, and I put memories to everything, which is not a good thing. If you're like me, you get it. You get it, you get it. If you know, you know. But so decluttering to me was just kind of personal. So I just did that all on my own. But I do want to show you guys my new setup and kind of go from there. So seeing that this no buy basically took a turn and I ended up just throwing everything away, it kind of reset the way I looked at my makeup collection. I'm no longer feeling the urge that I need to buy a new release, or if a brand comes out with a new lipstick line that I need 5 different colors from that brand to try. I'm starting to be more particular, I noticed. Starting to realize that I want my makeup to be a little more special, a little bit more, like I put a little bit more thought into it instead of just buying it because I have FOMO or because X, Y, and Z, they said this is great, so I need to try it. I want to purchase things that really just catch my eye, that are different to my collection, different than what I've tried before. I feel like mainstream makeup to me lately has just been kind of boring. Again, with me being in the industry for over 10 years, I feel like I've tried it all. So I feel like it really plays a role in just being like, oh, okay, you're coming out with a new foundation. Is it that special? Or a new concealer? Or a new palette? I'm not like, I need to be wowed is kind of what I'm saying. And not everything has to wow me, but it has to fit my standards, whether that's standards of formula, standards of packaging, and just standards of brands that I actually truly like and that I want to support. So that was a really good positive thing that this no buy did for me. But nonetheless, my collection is so much more small, more personal to me, and makeup that I'm actually gonna grab and I'm excited to grab instead of feeling overwhelmed, because that was another thing. I felt like my collection was very overwhelming and I didn't even know where to start. I would see all of this makeup and all this newness that I want to try, but because there was so many new things, I'm like, which one do I try first? And I just felt like I got really overwhelmed, kind of distracted, and then because of all that, I lost a little bit of my creativity. So yeah, it did quite wonders for me, so I'm really excited. So that's my little spiel on my my no buy experience. I highly recommend, if you're feeling any of the feelings that I'm feeling or I'm expressing to you guys. It was nice. It was a nice little reset with my mind, and now every purchase that I have will be purposeful and things that like I genuinely get excited about and like excited to share with you guys, instead of just being like, oh yeah, another nude palette that I want you guys to see. No, I want it just to really excite me. And it could be a nude palette that excites me, but you gotta really excite me. So anyway, let me show you guys some new makeup that I bought after my no buy experience. And I feel like, because, touching again really quick, I feel like after having this no buy experience that it made my purchases more exciting, because not everything can make the cut. You know what I mean? So when I get something, I'm like, you're kind of lucky to be here. It sounds really weird, but Anyway, so since the Sephora VIB sale is still going on, I'm going to talk about all the products that I purchased during this sale. I know a lot of you guys want to hear my recommendations, and if you follow me on Instagram, also Amanda Devon, I gave you a huge list of Sephora recommendations, and I had a couple of you also message me about specific recommendations, and I give you guys my honest opinion. So if you ever want to just have that one-on-one conversation, or just, you know, talk about makeup or see it that I post, whatever, you could do so over on Instagram. But now let's get into my Sephora products. So this is one of the products that I've actually had my eye on for a really long time. And I finally was like, you know what? I actually do want this. I've wanted it for a while. I kept putting it off, and why not get it during the sale? And it's the Mcgrath Trio Highlighter. This, I don't know why, it's been on my list. I think it's so beautiful. This is, yeah, just the Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. Let me show you the inside. Okay, the packaging, first of all, I love this magnetic. It gets me. And then it opens up like this. It is so beautiful. You get a little pink highlighter, a golden, and this beautiful bronze. Something about it, just been on my list. And that's honestly what I want to do when it comes to my purchases. Like, think about it for a while, not just jump on it because, it just came out and it might be limited edition and I might miss out. I'm kind of over that. I'm kind of over the hype of get it while it's here. No. Keep it here and I'll get it when I get it. So really excited about this. Again, I've wanted it for a really, really long time. And I'm a huge fan of Pat McGrath. She is pricey, but well worth it. The quality is just amazing. And not only the quality, I'm a sucker for the packaging. Huge sucker for packaging. And her packaging just always blows it out of the water. Love it. Besides that, this is the only new thing that I just decided to go on a whim about because Amanda Z on YouTube talked about these. And it's just the Sephora Eyeshadows. I'll link her video down below. She just did a couple eye swatches of just one and done eyeshadows. And that's exactly what these are. They're awesome. I have it in the color Cocoa Excess, To the Moon and Back, and Choc. Here, let me just swatch them for you guys. I want to get better at swatches. I don't know if it's going to show up. They're like super metallic, and my light situation is like kind of intense. See if I get a little closer. Might be a little better. They're just amazing. They're really, really great. This one is Choc. This one's To the Moon and Back, and this is Choc Excess. I think I'm saying it right. It just looks weird. So I feel like I'm doubting how I'm saying it. But she talked about them. They looked beautiful when she swatched them, and I agree. They're awesome. So I went on a whim and grabbed these, and I'm glad that I did because I'm very happy to put these into my collection. I don't really have a lot of cooler, especially this one. They're like warm and cool at the same time. You know, they're not like the oranges that people come out with every day. And I knew I didn't have these in my collection or things similar to this in my collection. So that's another thing. I'm trying to not buy things that like I already know I own. You know, I feel like I do that a lot, and I feel like a lot of us do that a lot. And I know that I don't have something like this in my collection, so I'm happy to get it. So I want to say that's it for new things. I ended up just going back to things that I love. So I grabbed this Airflash foundation from Dior. I used this years ago. It's one of the best foundations that I've ever tried in my life. I got the shade 3N. It's crazy. You think about it, you hear it, sounds like a paint can, and you're like, why would I want this? I'm telling you, you need it. Again, I've had this for years. So when I wiped out my collection, I literally threw away all my foundations except for like 2. So I knew that I wanted to re-up on foundations that I'm going to consistently use instead of just trying something on a whim. I mean, it's like you want to try something on a whim, you know, because you want to try new things and see if you have a new favorite. But at the same time, with the no-buy, it just made me appreciate products that I genuinely love. So I knew that I loved this, and I knew I wanted it back in my collection. So I ended up getting it. If you haven't tried it, please do. It's just one of those foundations. It's an experience when you use it. And I mean, just the most flawless everything it gives you. It's awesome. Again, with me throwing away all my foundations, I'm running very, very low on this one, and I love it. I use this on myself. I use this on my clients. The Too Faced Born This Way. is just amazing. I get the shade Warm Nude. It just gives the most beautiful natural finish. Nice medium coverage. You could sheer it out. You could build it a little fuller. Just a really good foundation. Oh, you know what? I lied. I need to start like not talking before I show things because I did grab another new thing. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm really annoying. This is something that I went on a whim about. The Patrick Starr One Size Translucent Setting Powder. Some of my really good makeup friends, makeup artists who freelance, use this on their clients, and they're like, listen girl, like you need this. I promise you, you'll absolutely love it. I used it today and I can say, wow, I'm so glad that I listened to them. And I mean, these are people that I really trust, so I knew that they weren't going to steer me wrong. But I'm so glad I did. It is wonderful. Now, I didn't typically bake with it. I just kind of used it to set a little areas. Here's a little brush. Let me actually set a little bit more. Love the packaging of this, by the way. He did such a really, really good job. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. But oh my gosh, like it just takes away the shine without making you look dry, and it smooths your skin. Like my skin looks poreless. This powder is amazing. I want to try baking with it because when you bake a powder like this, the matteness of it tends to stay a little bit longer. But normally I just kind of like dust the powder so that my natural oils pop through and I get this more like dewy finish. But this powder, if you have not tried it, I know that there's different colors. I just got the translucent one. This is great. I'm A+, Patrick. I feel like this video is kind of all over the place and I apologize. I've been gone for like 3 months and I don't know how to act. So if this is your first video of mine, I'm really not like this, I promise. A little bit. I kind of am, just a little bit. But I think that was it from Sephora that I purchased. I really didn't go crazy with the sale because like I said, with the snow buy, I want to be more purposeful with what I'm purchasing. I don't want to just get something just to have it anymore. I don't want to look at my collection and be like, I regret you. I hate that. I hate that feeling. It's not a good feeling. So anyway, it's makeup. Let's not be too deep about that. This was another product that I didn't get this during the sale. I got this through Pat's website. But this was a product that I just been wanting so damn bad, and it was constantly sold out every single time I wanted to get it. So when it was finally in stock, I was like, immediately yes. And it's her Intensify Eyes. Intensify Eyes. Yeah, it is Intensify Eyes. So basically, like think of it as a glitter glue, but in like a stick form. You just pop this right on top of the eyes, and then anything metallic or glittery, it just really intensifies it. And I've been looking for something like that. I was kind of over the whole glitter glue from NYX. I have that. I feel like we all have that. I wanted something a little different, and this is different, and it is really, really awesome. I've only used it like once or twice, but it works. So I'm really glad that I got this. If you are into just glittery glam eyes and you're looking for something that's going to really hold that product, this is your guy. Okay, so I know that I talked about like not getting another neutral palette, and I mean that, except for certain brands that like I ride hard for, honestly, and a brand that like no matter what palette comes out with that I'm going to get is Dose of Colors. It's just one of those brands that like I genuinely really like them. So even if it's the same products, I want to have them. So I already own basically I think I do own all of them. These just like little mini eyeshadow palettes that she comes out with, I own all of them. So when these came out, I was like, well, I need them in the collection because I already have the collection and I already love all the eyeshadows in the collection. So why not? So I got the Golden Hour and the Baked Browns, which is what I'm wearing today. I was nervous about this because I have the original Baked Browns and I'm like, is it really going to be different? And when I was looking at the swatches online, I feel like it didn't really do justice. I was like, well, they're kind of different, but not really. And I was just like whatever. I genuinely like her stuff, so I'm just going to buy it anyway. And I'm glad I did. It is different. Oh my gosh, is it beautiful? Here, let me show you the inside. Again, it's another neutral palette. But listen, in my DMs, I do get people to ask me, what are really good mattes? Like really good mattes that you recommend. And I've been really stuck on the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. It's been really great. But sometimes I just get bored. I'm like, I've been using this for like over a year. I'm like, I need a little something else. Her mattes are so good. So if you're into neutrals and you're looking for another neutral matte palette that's not overwhelming, again, talking about overwhelming, and just really good, right here. So again, this is the number 2. I do have the other one, but I don't want to get it. So just look it up. No, but really, really good stuff. Again, I have it on my eyes. Ooh, I just love it. It's so pretty. So pigmented. You can't go wrong with her eyeshadows. And then I got the Golden Hour, which I'm going to show you. Cute little packaging. Let me show you this guy. There we go. How stunning is that? Is it revolutionary? Absolutely not. But you know what? Again, going back to my no buy, there's things that I know that, okay, here. If a brand, different brand, I'm going to try to give you guys an example. If a different brand came out with this, that say I haven't tried before, I would not have purchased this. So that's kind of what the no buy did for me. I'm riding hard for brands that like I know I love, I know I can trust, and I know that I'm going to use. So when she came out with this, again, do I have products like this probably in my collection? Absolutely. But the formula, the way she does it, her packaging, I'm going to go hard for this. So I hope that makes a little bit more sense. This gets me excited. If it was another brand, like say ColourPop, I'd be like, ColourPop, what the fuck are you doing? I'm over you. But then she does it, and I'm like, revolutionary. It's not, but yeah, really, really excited for this. And I'm obsessed with her shimmers. If you have not tried them, they're stunning. See, the shimmers in this would be really good with the Pat McGrath. This would be a perfect duo. Okay, so besides that, the no buy really like kind of pushed me away from mainstream. I've been super into indie brands, and I haven't pulled the plug on a lot of them yet, but trust me, I have like a million written down, like different brands, different things that I want to try from these brands, and it's getting me so excited. Like what I'm about to show you has been getting me so much more excited than just like anything else in makeup. So this palette, I had just bought a palette from this brand like a couple months ago, like 3 months ago. And then they came out with another palette, and I was just like, you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed that palette, so I'm going to grab this too. I'm talking about Adept Cosmetics. Amazing. Love, love, love. So this is their Plain Jane Remastered. So they already have another Plain Jane. This is just like Plain Jane 2. Okay, but a little bit better. At least I thought it was a little bit better. I'm going to show you guys the inside. Because who am I? You guys, look at all this color. Who am I? But this is what's been getting me so excited. These duochromes, the multi-chrome, like everything that is just shifty and beautiful and stunning and showstopper, like this is what I'm into. And indie brands just do it. They just do it the best. I know that Natasha Denona came out with her trichrome palette where it's supposed to be things like this. Save your money, go to your indie brands. So yeah, big fan. I have not swatched it yet. Should I swatch one of them for you? Let me swatch one of them for you. I'm going to swatch this guy right here. Okay. I just love, let me see if I can do it on camera. Oh my God, I'm just like the worst at swatching. But yeah, really, really pretty. I just love that these eyeshadows change within different lighting and the way that you look and the way that you shift. It's just, they're stunners. So I've been really excited about products like these lately. When I dip my toes into indie brands more and I find just products I really love, I will absolutely share them, obviously. But it's like stuff like this that I've just been getting so excited about, way more than honestly anything else. I'm just trying to fill my collection with things that I don't already have and things that just make me excited. So that's what's been exciting me lately. I'm gonna show you guys this palette one more time because it's just, oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. It's just so different than what I've been having in my collection. I do have a lot of individual eyeshadows from Clionadh. If you don't know Clionadh, oh my gosh, please check that out. I do have a video on my Instagram of me swatching some Clionadh shades. I've been building my little Clionadh collection. I go hard for Clionadh, like absolutely amazing. So yeah, I just been into stuff like that lately. So yeah, that concludes my no-buy experience, how I've been feeling, what it's done for me, and all the makeup that I've purchased after the no-buy. Now I want to show you guys my new makeup collection. It's so cute. I've shown it on Instagram and everybody's been like dying for me to like actually show it up close. I'm excited. And yeah, let's just get into it. Now this is where I keep all the makeup that made the declutter. I know I've been having a lot of people ask me where I got this from on Instagram. I got this from IKEA. It's actually the Billy Bookcase, and I just put glass doors on it to make it look fancy. And I'm telling you, it looks super fancy. I think I paid $150 for it, but I did just go online the other day and I saw that they raised their price. So if you're interested in this, I mean, it sells out insanely fast, but highly recommend. I think it just looks pretty. If you've seen my other video of my collection, I used to keep all of my makeup in here. I still keep majority of my makeup up here too, and this is like my everyday stuff, but I used to store all of my makeup collection in here, and then I used to have a space in the closet, and I just, when I decluttered everything, I no longer have stuff in here. I think I have like one bin of like random lipsticks and stuff, but now I just have like my drawers full of things like this, which came in handy. What I love about these bookcases too is you can put as many shelves as you want in here. You just buy more and then create the space. So as of right now, like this is all that I need. But if I end up getting more makeup or I need more space, I could just grab a couple more shelves and make room. But for now, this is what it's looking like, and I don't need much more space. I didn't really have, well, at least I tried. I thought I was gonna try to do certain sections, especially with the eyeshadows, like all of my high-end and then all of my drugstore, and then it ended up just being like shadows and palettes that I use more frequently and then shadows that I don't. But there's just kind of like a mix of everything all over. So this is kind of what we're looking like. If you guys want to see like an in-depth of my makeup collection, we could do that. I just wanted to show you just like an overview and maybe pull out a couple products. So yeah, let me know. But as far as pulling out a couple products, my Pat collection, it's not crazy, but I do have quite a few of her palettes and I love them. These are from the holiday collection. I love when she does these. And then I have the Divine Rose 1 and 2 and then the Bronze Seduction. Love. Another big fan, Natasha Denona, her gold palette, one of my favorite. The Metropolis, I didn't think that I wanted it and then I bought it and I'm so glad that I have it because it really is a stunning palette. Her Glam, her Bronze, and then the Retro, absolutely love. Couple Hudas in here. This guy, I'm so glad I got my hands on this. This, I'm a huge Beetlejuice lover. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that me and my man were Beetlejuice and Lydia for Halloween. Not this past year, but the year before, and it was hands down my favorite. Oh, so glad I was able to get this. This is a new product that I got. I was really, ooh, rude. Okay, here we go. I really wanted to try Samantha Ravenel's brand Auric. But I felt like everything that she was coming out with were things that I already had in my collection. And then she came out with this holiday collection and I was glad because I have nothing like this. I still have yet to use this. Again, a reason why I went on my no-buy. And then just a bunch of ColourPop. I feel like these are going to end up in the declutter next time, honestly. I used to ride so hard for ColourPop. Like, honestly, all of my Super Shock shadows down here, I love ColourPop, but I feel like their constant launches have just kind of left me underwhelmed, and I'm just overwhelmed with the brand and underwhelmed with the formula and the products they're coming out with. So it's just kind of been a recipe for disaster for me. I hope things can change around because I do like ColourPop, but as of right now, not interested. And then you got to get yourself some clear acrylics. I got these all at Home Goods. No, I'm sorry, At Home store. Those always mess me up. I got these at the At Home store. All of my like really fun topper shades, all my Super Shock ColourPop shadows back there. All of my, love these Dose of Colors. I don't even think she makes them anymore, and I think they're awesome. My favorite one, if it's this one, yeah, Shell is one of the prettiest just shimmer shades I've ever come across. Love it. Then I have some bronzers, some highlighters, blushes, and more blushes. Some of my absolute favorite blushes, Cover FX, NARS. Really liked the Anastasia trios when she came out with these. These were really, really good. Some drugstore. These e.l.f. ones, bangin'. I have some ColourPop ones back here. Again, probably will be decluttered next. Except for these ColourPop ones, I love these ones. So, huge fan of these, but not so much the powder ones anymore. And then moving on to highlighters, I have a lot of Kylie. This one, the Amrezy, was one of my absolute favorites. Now I just kind of keep her back here because you can never get it again, and I kind of want to cherish that. One of my most recent loves, let me show you this one really quick. The Pat McGrath highlighter. This thing is so stunning. It was so expensive, but I had to have it, and it is gorgeous. Patrick Ta blush palette. If you don't have it, you need it. It is just amazing. Then we have some bronzers, but all the bronzers that I currently use are in my like little like everyday drawer. So again, if you guys want to see my makeup collection in depth, let me know. I can definitely show you everything that I got going on. Then we have the lipstick portion. Huda, love. My drugstore Milani lipsticks, love. Dose of Colors, love. We have some more Dose of Colors. I'm a huge fan. Told you. Love their stuff. Pat McGrath lipsticks, out of this world. Truly out of this world. If you have not experienced one of her lipsticks yet, you have to. Got some fun NARS, my favorite MAC, and Kylie, which I'm shocked that she stopped with her lipsticks. At least I can't find any more on her website. I love her lipsticks, so she needs to come back with them. Like, I'm not really a huge fan of her matte lips, but these are just amazing. Then we have a little bit of an empty row. We have some face powders, some just like little face stuff, and then I want to eventually fill this entire thing up with all of my favorite little like Swarovski gems and fun stuff to do makeup, but that's all I have so far. Eventually this will get filled. And then down here is a little bit of like miscellaneous slash Halloween stuff slash lashes, more lashes. And I am a freelance makeup artist, so I have a lot of backup foundations that are my absolute favorite. The Too Faced, love it. But that's it for this video. I know it was a lot. It was a lot that I covered, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like you needed that after me being on for as long as I was. It was a little sporadic, but you know, that's just how my mind works. I'm not somebody who like hits bullet points and like talks. No. I just like turn the camera on and I just start spitting it, and however it comes out, that's how it comes out. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please do so. If you're not following me on Instagram, do that as well. My name is Amanda Devon on there as well. We're just a little bit more chit-chatty, a little bit more chill. But that's it. Thank you guys again so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.